Hey everybody, Sickness here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. Today, ran out to Goodwill, grabbed myself 2 titles, and oddly enough, those both happen to be animal-related titles. Just a coincidence, not on purpose, they happen to be the only 2 titles that I wanted to grab. First one I grabbed was Far From Home, The Adventures of Yellow Dog. I don't know, I thought it looked interesting, perhaps it's good, perhaps it's not, but figured I'd just grab it. It was only 25 cents. Like I said, it looked pretty interesting, we'll see. And then the last thing I grabbed was The Incredible Journey. This is a Disney title. Love Disney. Pretty much buy anything that has the Walt Disney logo on it. Now, about a week or 2 ago, grabbed myself Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey, which is the remake of this. So I figured definitely pick up the original. Check this out first before I watch the remake, because I haven't watched that yet. Hopefully, it's good. I don't know. We'll see. One reason why I really wanted to get this is also because this is only available on DVD through the Disney Movie Club program, which I'm not a member of because I don't feel like spending a lot of money on movies. But since it's only available that way, a little bit harder to come by on DVD, definitely want to grab myself a VHS copy because I'll probably never get it on DVD. Hopefully, maybe someday I'll find it for cheap, but not really, not holding my breath on that. So I figured definitely grab the VHS just to finally get a copy. And again, want to watch this before I watch the remake, and we'll see. Hopefully they're good. So there you go. That's all I bought today. 2 animal titles. Again, just a complete coincidence, but I look forward to watching them both. So that's it for what I bought today. So now it's what I watched. And tonight's Halloween Horror-thon title was I Bury the Living. This movie was fantastic. I expected to like it, but not nearly as much as I did. Great, great film. Now, before I get into what this movie's about, I just want to warn you, spoiler alert. This movie has a twist ending. I'm going to talk about it and tell you, my thoughts on the twist ending. So if you don't want to hear that twist ending, stop watching now. Basic plot of the movie, right here, Richard Boone's character, he's part of this committee, and every year they appoint somebody on the committee to be in charge of a cemetery. Well, this year they appoint him, it's his turn. He's in charge of the cemetery. Everything's, kind of going well, whatnot. He doesn't really want to be in charge of it, but, he does it anyway. He's in the caretaker's house, the movie's just going well, everything, it's set up that he's now in charge and whatnot. 2 of his friends stop by who just got married, and part of them getting like an inheritance, they have to get these cemetery plots. They have to buy cemetery plots. It's part of the will. So they buy these cemetery plots, and there's a big map inside this caretaker's house, and it marks all the plots that are within the cemetery, and you put white pins in for plots that are bought but don't have any bodies in yet, and black pins in for plots that are bought but have, the dead bodies in. So the guy, Richard Boone's character, accidentally sticks black pins in both of their plots. Sure enough, both those characters end up dying. So Richard Boone's character thinks, okay, that's kind of odd. I accidentally put black pins in and they both died. He thinks, well, it's kind of creepy, but he just assumes it's probably just coincidence. Then he starts thinking about it more and more, and just says, what, I wonder what happens. Let's just see what happens. And he puts another black pin in another character's spot. They die too. So at this point, he's pretty much convinced that he's killing off these characters. Does it again a couple more times, kills more people. People on the committee, they think he's nuts. They think that, there's no way he's doing this. It's just a complete coincidence. They say, put black pins in all 3 of our spots, and, if we die, we're not going to die. We're just going to show you, you're crazy. You're not killing people. There's no way. There's no way we're all 3 of us are going to die. That's beyond coincidence. It can't happen. So sure enough, he puts black pins in all 3 spots. All 3 of them die. So at this point, he's completely convinced that he's killing these people. He's kind of going mad because, again, he figures he's killed all these people. So end of the movie comes. He ends up thinking to himself, well, if I've killed all these people off, maybe if I put white pins in their spots instead, I can bring them back to life. So he does that, and at this point I'm thinking, all right, this movie's pretty cool. There's like this guy, and he's got this map, and he figures out he could kill people with just pins, and I'm thinking that's awesome. And then when he starts putting the white pins in, he brings people back to life, and the way they film it, it looks like basically they don't show any zombies or anything like that. I mean, if you look here at the original artwork, it looks like there's the guy crawling out of the ground. That doesn't ever happen. So I'm thinking, all right, this is pretty neat. Again, he's killing people with these black pins. Now he's bringing them back to life, and like I said, they were shooting it in such a way that it looked like the bodies were coming back, like some gravestones were falling over. It looked like some ground was getting pushed up, and I'm thinking, cool, zombies. All right, this is gonna be good. Unfortunately, here's where the twist ending comes in. The groundskeeper right there, that fella right there who looks like a zombie, but he's really not. He's actually the groundskeeper. The reason why he's all dirty like that is because you find out the bodies were actually dug up. The bodies that were the white pins are put on that, you know, the guy thought he was bringing back to life were actually dug up by the caretaker. And the caretaker the entire time was actually going around killing people. It was actually him. And the reason why he was doing it is because he was getting laid off. Now, not laid off in the sense that he was just getting fired and, you know, he was just done. He was basically sort of being forced into retirement, and he was going to get full pension. He's basically going to get paid for doing absolutely nothing, which, I don't know, sounds good to me, but he doesn't want that. He wants to get paid for doing his job. He loves working in the cemetery. He wants to continue doing it. He's been doing it for 40 years, still loves it, still wants to do it, does not want to retire, does not want to have to not do his job anymore. So he's pissed that this group of people, you know, the committee, are forcing him out of his job. So it ends up being that he's actually going around killing, and every time Richard Boone's character puts a black pin in, he's murdering all the people. And he's actually doing it in a way that, like, he scares them to death, because everybody who dies, there's no sign of like murder. They all die from what the police think are natural causes. So like I said, he ends up going around, he's killing everybody. Once Richard Boone's character puts the white pins in, he ends up digging up all the characters to freak Richard Boone out, because Richard Boone runs around the cemetery and notices all the graves are dug up. So that's the twist ending, which isn't necessarily bad. I do sort of like, I would have liked the idea better of the map and Richard Boone's character kind of killing these people off and bringing back zombies and stuff. That would have been pretty neat, and I was really getting into the movie and thought that what a cool plot of Richard Boone's character killing off these people with just black pins and bringing them back to life with the white pins because of this map. I'm thinking that's awesome. But then when you find out with the twist ending that it's actually the caretaker, you know, I was kind of like, I wasn't necessarily let down. I still thought the movie was really good, really well done, fantastic plot. But I would have liked it better had it been, you know, Richard Boone and the map and little pushpins killing people instead. I think that would have been pretty interesting. But nevertheless, it was the caretaker, and, you know, it's not bad. It doesn't make for a bad movie. Even though it has that little twist ending at the end, it still works. So, fantastic movie. I would highly recommend it. You know, it really isn't all that slow-paced either. For, you know, a 1950s B horror movie, a lot of times they're pretty slow-paced, and, you know, you always get bored watching them. At least I do. Not a lot of, you know, not all B like 50s B horror movies I get tired of watching, but there are many out there where you're just like, all right, you know, can we just get on to the scary parts? You know, stop talking, stop dragging the story along. This one, the whole time, it's pretty, you know, it's not super fast paced, but it's not really slow either. It does a good job of just keeping the story going, and you really get into it. I remember about halfway through this movie, you know, you're already getting it. You're almost getting to the point of the climax, like halfway through the movie, and I'm thinking, you know, how's this movie gonna last? You know, another like 40 minutes, and sure enough, it does. And it was a fantastic film. So I would highly recommend I Barely Living. This here is the MGM Midnight Movies release. However, you can get cheaper, like, dollar store releases of this. It's, I guess it's available through some public domain releases. So I would highly recommend picking this up. Again, you can find it for really cheap. Fantastic movie. I Barely Living. Definitely worth checking out. So there you go. That's it for what I bought when I watched today. 2 animal movies and 1 movie about a killer map. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya.